Who I saw was not a person I could touch.
And she said that she's seen a lady in a white dress come through the door down here and walk straight to the basement.
So I turn on the light, there's nobody there.
I thought for sure someone had followed me down here.
Did one of you just say no?
No. When I came back like this, they were gone.
Multiple people are seeing the same thing. That's incredible.
Was that you?
No way. No way.
The Randolph County Infirmary has long served Winchester, Indiana as a memorial for the underprivileged, sick, and the mentally and physically disabled. Opened in 1899, it's difficult to imagine the endless amount of sadness throughout this asylum's heart-rending history. Strangely, documents regarding the living conditions seem to vary wildly depending upon the report that is cited. Some of the county reports summarize living conditions in a positive manner, with minor suggestions for improvement. Early on, patients would volunteer by helping to farm the land and care for the livestock. The cows and chickens would beneficially produce eggs and dairy for the patients, which was a source of required protein and nourishment. However, some years were not so pleasantly reported by the county inspections. Mattresses were reported to have been worn out, pungent odors emanated from the water, and was said to be a health hazard to the occupants and possibly the entire town. The property was deemed to be unsanitary, as trash was found to be piled out in the yard. In 1904, the roof had already begun to leak, and the rats had made their way into the building. Prior to the existence of the current Randolph County Infirmary building, a brick structure known as the poorhouse was on the same property. Unfortunately, the well-being of the residents was documented as being much worse than the latter Randolph County Infirmary building. In 1894, an article reads that the mortality rate had been rapidly increasing when as many as 4 patients had died in 1 week. The bodies were buried in a cemetery that is located on the property. The only problem is, there doesn't appear to be any marked graves on the premises. Once we read the grand juror's report, we understood why.
We find that a number of inmates have been buried at the southwest corner of the orchard. Their graves have been badly neglected, both in matter of care and in leaving them unmarked. Some attention ought to be given to this matter in the near future.
But that attention never arrived, even up to the day when the Randolph County Infirmary officially closed its doors in 2005. Our goal with this investigation was not to specify or isolate one particular presence, but to ask as many spirits to come forward and communicate as possible. Hopefully, as a result of our presence and our paranormal investigation, any and all presences that choose to come forward would have the opportunity to have their voices heard, and we in turn would gladly share their message. Marcus Hogg of Paranormal Films, you had an experience here, and it was pretty intense. What was it?
I was down here looking for Dan Allen, the co-owner of the Randolph County Infirmary, and I was about halfway down this hall when something out of the corner of my eye just caught, and I just kind of looked over real quick, and there is this man, blonde hair, beard, a white t-shirt, black pants, and black or gray shoes. Well, I'm about halfway down this hall, and my first thought is someone just broke into the building. So I take off running after this person.
You took off running after this person, you didn't know who they were?
Yeah, full speed.
Sounds normal.
Okay. As I started running towards it, it walks upstairs very casually. It was no noise, and Dan, the guy who I was looking for prior, is upstairs. And needless to say, it was one of those moments that you just realize who I saw was not a person I could touch.
Chris, this area is probably one of the more exciting areas in the building because of what has happened. Something was seen here, am I correct?
Yes. We was doing I think it was a flashlight tour, one of the nights we had a flashlight tour here. I had a group of, I think, 10 people. And we were in this room here, and I was talking to them, kind of telling them a little bit about the room. And I started bringing them down through here, and I was just walking by this hallway that I've done 100 times. And the stairwell down here, this girl that was in the group I was with, she looked down there and she kind of let out a little yelp. And I was like, you okay, what happened? And she said that she's seen a lady in a white dress come through the door down here and walk straight to the basement. So, when she told me that, I didn't say nothing at the time, but I gave a ton of tours here, and I've had more than one people tell me that they've seen the lady in the white dress here. Not in this particular spot, but in the building. So, that gave me chills when I first heard it.
Multiple people
Yes.
are seeing the same thing.
Right.
So this is like other people validating each other's experiences.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. What are people actually seeing? Are they seeing a woman in a flowing white dress, period clothing, or are they seeing like
A white mist, maybe?
a white mist, a woman in a nurse's outfit?
Right, because she did
Like
say...
Ashley?
Right.
What are they seeing? That's what we want to know.
First weekend here ever with a group. So I didn't know if I should stay or what with a group. So they were getting things set up, and it was pretty cold out. I think it was in November. And so I came up to shut these doors because all the heat runs up and out the cupola. And I thought if I shut the doors, we can maintain some of the heat down here. So I didn't tell the group that was here, but like I said, they were still setting up. So I snuck up here and was closing this door. Right then, somebody just comes bursting up these steps and just sounded like that,
Like someone running.
Yeah, and you heard how much it creaked just us walking up softly.
Right.
This guy was pounding steps coming up. I'm in complete darkness. I didn't have my flashlight on. And I said, no, hey guys, it's just me. Thinking one of the guys with a camera from that group came up and thought they heard something.
Oh,
up there.
gotcha.
Yeah, me closing the door, walking up. I said, just me. So I turn on the light. There's nobody there.
For an EVP session, everybody is dead silent, you stand still. Well, when he asked that, it was completely dark, but I could see from the moonlight coming in, I could see a little bit, just our shadows kind of. And next thing you know, it looked like Marcus was like he was scared or something, like he started walking towards me and go behind me. And I never said nothing at the time. I was just kind of thinking, hey, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah,
Moving
maybe a little
around.
irritated.
Right.
Right.
And as soon as the EVP session got over with, I think he flipped on the light or something, or a flashlight, and Marcus was still standing in his same spot. He never moved. So what I had seen was, probably a shadow figure, maybe what he's seen when he come to the top of the stairs.
So I'm talking to my friend on the phone, standing about like this, and I bet we hadn't owned the place for 2 weeks. I'm standing here like this, talking, and all of a sudden I hear somebody coming out of there, and there was a lot of paint chips on the floor, and all you heard was kind of like crunch, crunch, and the last step was this, just after 2 steps. Okay, so I'm thinking somebody's in the building as well, and I've got my back to them. They're going to hit me in the back because they come out so quick. And so my first reaction was just to knock them off their feet like that.
Right.
And right when I just got about here, I could see the figure, and I better stop. I don't know why I thought of it could happen so quick, because Chris and his wife have a key here. Maybe they were playing a joke on me. I was going to lay this person out, so I didn't want to do that. So I did stop. And when I came back like this, they were gone. But what I saw right before I let up was this guy. He wasn't even 5 foot tall, I don't think, less than 100 pounds. He ran up to me, and that last step like that where he slid his foot, he just went like this. Like I was first in line, he was second.
This guy went from a full sprint to a
Just like that.
Eddie, you have
a really exciting experience, and we're able to actually capture this experience with a digital camera.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this experience you had?
I had been talking to Adam for a while about wanting to come and just take pictures of the building, and then I found out about the event, and I got here about an hour early. After I signed in, they said that I could just roam around, and I came down the other side and was taking pictures and came through the kitchen, took pictures of the kitchen, and I was standing here taking pictures of this room and noticed that down at the far end of the hallway, the glow stick, half of it blacked out. And when I noticed that half of it blacked out, I zoomed in because I know it was down at the far end of the hallway. So I
Something
zoomed
physically
down.
blocked out
Yeah.
this glow stick that you saw.
So I zoomed down at the hallway and took 2 pictures. And I looked at them. The first one showed the figure. The second one didn't have anything. So I thought for sure someone had followed me down here. And so I went around through this way, because if anyone was there, I would have met him there. I checked all the rooms, came back around to here, and there was no one else down here.
You know what I think was really awesome about that picture that you took is that you have this opening in the door, right? And it looks like something's almost peering around it.
Yeah.
And you can tell it's not your shadow, because if it were your shadow, part of that shadow would be cast on that wall. But what we're actually seeing is something solid, something dark, something dark and solid peering around the corner. At one time, a woman had actually committed suicide down here. She was mentally disabled. She actually tore a mattress apart and she hung herself down here. Am I saying that that's absolutely what you got? No, I can't do that, but maybe the history might lend some credence to what you captured. That's incredible. Sean, looks like all the cameras are set up and we're ready to go. Where did you put them at?
Well, first we started off in the basement, down in the kitchen. We have a camera facing the cooler down there. There's definitely been some movement and some noises have been made in that area, so we're hoping to catch something there. And then we traveled down the hallway where Addie captured a phenomenal photograph of a shadow, and we have it right at that doorway, so hopefully we're able to capture something on our video camera there. And then just right outside that door, we have another camera going down that hallway.
What was the purpose of the men's hallway?
Well, there's been screams in the men's hallway and other shadow movement and shadow play definitely down in that whole basement area. So
Yeah, shadow figures have been seen all over this building.
definitely, yeah. I was told that there is more shadow play in the men's hallway in the first floor. So I put a camera down on the first floor of the men's hallway, and then at the last moment we decided to add a camera down at the stairs going down the men's hallway where a woman in white was seen coming through a door and up the stairs.
Yeah, Chris was actually talking about how a woman seen that and it freaked her out so much that she had to leave right in the middle of like the flashlight tour.
Yeah, that would be incredible if we can catch something like that.
Yeah, help validate what a lot of people have actually witnessed.
Definitely. And then we went up to the second floor and we went down the woman's hallway where lots of screams have been recorded there as well, and other shadow figures. Actually, the creeper, they call him, it was said to be captured in that area as well.
A creeper.
A creeper. That's what Marcus Hogg called him.
Okay.
And then we have one going down the men's hallway, the second floor. Again, Marcus Hogg explained to me that there are doors that slam up there, and of course screams as well, and more shadow play. And then we went up to the attic. That's where we have a camera facing an area where Amber and I both got a very heavy feeling, very creepy feeling, if you will. And also, I was told that there's lots of little footsteps that go running through, like children play up there.
Good. So you put the dog up there?
Yes, we definitely made sure to put the dog up there.
Good call.
Yeah, definitely, thank you. And then we also put the FLIR infrared camera facing out of the door in the attic as well.
That's it. That's everything then, right?
That's it.
So now we're going to get with Nora.
Yes, actually, she's going to do a cleansing and protection with white sage, and it's going to be really neat to kind of see how well that helps us out through the evening.
All right. Well, let's get Nora out here and have her do her thing, have her kind of do what she's going to do, and move on with the investigation then.
Awesome, let's go.
Before we even started investigating, Sean and I were downstairs just filming some B-roll, and we captured this Class A EVP on one of the static cameras.
You see how noise travels here?
Yeah. It's a lot of reverbs.
Go ahead and turn the music. Turn the music off. We're gonna turn it off. Go ahead and turn the music. Turn the music off. As Eric and I are walking away from the camera, we're discussing how the noise travels throughout the building. We capture this Class A EVP that says, "Stop it."
I didn't hear anything at the time, nothing remotely like the voice that was captured here.
At first I thought it might be me or Nora, but we were nowhere in that area.
I always want to make sure that I am respectful of spirit while I'm investigating. If I had known that there was something that we were doing wrong, I would have made sure to fix it. After Eric and I had just described where all of our cameras were located in the building, Nora Custer had taken us outside and she had said a prayer over myself and Amber. And she had used some white sage to cleanse us from any negative energy.
And Eric abstained from this. He went back inside to see if it would make a difference with the interactions we received between the spirits and ourselves. There are beliefs that spirits interact differently with those that are cleansed and those that aren't. And we know that the spirits interact on different levels there, so we were willing to try and see how this worked out.
We must have captured this EVP while Nora Custer was saying the prayer with the white sage outside. The reason why I say that is because it's so quiet and you can't hear anyone talking at all during this time.
We don't know if it was asking us for our help as we were saging, maybe to set a spirit free, or if it was just residual calling for help from one of the patients in one of the beds. We don't know, but it is very heartbreaking to hear.
Class A EVP that says, "Help." And it's very loud, it's very clear.
And that could have so much meaning, a spirit crying out for help while we're having this prayer done to protect us and remove this negative energy. Could it tell that we're a spiritual group and that maybe we could possibly help them? Is that what happened? I wish I would have known. I wish I could have heard that happen, so maybe we could have helped.
I'm testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We're getting ready to go up into the attic. We're going to change the battery in the thermal. And once we do that, we're going to do a little EVP session. So let's walk through this big, dark, scary place and see what we can get. All right. Joining me right now, we have Marcus on camera, Roland, Scott, and of course, Miss Amber Wellman and Nora Custer. We're gonna go up here, and this thing I'm holding in my hand right now, it's a RT EVP. It allows us to hear EVPs in real time. And these doors are shut right now. We have all these doors shut because we're trying to kind of keep out all the outside contamination, the noise from the road or from the safe room. So we're gonna shut it behind us when we come in. That was loud.
Oh, Nora, watch out.
Eric, Amber, Nora, and the 3 camera guys are upstairs in the attic. They had just done a spirit circle, and they were trying to tap into spirit and try and gain some communication that way. They had finished up and they're going back downstairs. They had decided to go back down the back stairs and walk through more of the building. As they're approaching the stairs, Eric makes a comment about maybe falling down these stairs.
Careful walking through here, guys. It's kind of narrow. And there's something I almost tripped over.
I never knew about that.
It was awesome. I could. If I wind up biting it and I lose some teeth, you guys better get it on camera.
More steps.
We're rolling.
More steps.
We're rolling.
Man, that's loud.
It said, like me. That makes me believe that somebody may have fallen down the stairs. It seems intelligent. It seems very possible that someone could fall down those stairs.
We caught it, clear as day. We don't know where it came from.
I absolutely appreciate any form of direct response or intelligent interaction that I get. And I think what I like about this most is that it kind of goes along with one of my theories that I've suggested in the past, where if you're out there just being yourself and making yourself approachable, you're more likely to get interaction from a presence at a location. Now, we realize that this EVP sounds a little scary, but the thing that we've come to kind of accept is that you can't gauge intent or emotion based on the sound of an EVP. In this particular case, the EVP is a little raspy, but this just might be the only way that this spirit or presence can communicate. I, for one, am honored anytime that a spirit chooses me to communicate with. I just returned from doing a little bit of investigating, and Sean was getting ready to take a group out. Before he had a chance to get all organized and get down into the basement, on one of our static cameras, we captured a loud crash.
The first time I heard this, I was reviewing it and I had my headphones on, and it actually made me jump.
We're somewhere else in the building. We should have heard it when it happened, but it's all quiet, and then you hear this loud bang. We don't know what happened.
At no point during the evening did somebody say anything about a loud bang. You would think that something as loud as that would be heard. So I'm not sure. I can't explain it. I just know that it's there and that it's really loud. There is a lot going on in that basement. I feel the need to first explain, as an empath, you feel energies all around you and you're just trying to make sense of all these feelings and so much going on around you. So you are on high alert. And it's really hard. You can actually kind of tell when they ask me to go in the room, I'm only like halfway paying attention. That it's not that I'm not listening to them or that I'm ignoring them. It's that I'm really just in tune to everything that's going on around me. And I'm just trying to make sense of it all.
We had different things going on with all of us. Nora felt a cobwebby feeling in one of the rooms, and she asked Sean to go in and see if he felt it too.
So who's here with us?
Still getting spider webs. God damn it.
You know what? When I went down to the bridge I was telling you about, I felt like something grabbed my ear like that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Like, grab it,
Oh, I
but it
hate
felt
that.
like cobweb, like a cobweb hand.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, it grabbed my whole ear. Like you know how like people like grab your ear and they're like, come here. Oh man, it scared the freaking shit out of me.
I don't know. Trying to go in this room, I can't hit spiderwebs twice. You try it.
No.
No?
Okay, Sean, you try it.
You want me to go in this room?
Yeah, as I was trying to go in 2 times, I kept hitting spiderwebs on the left side.
Is somebody in here? What's your name? Oh, spider web. It's everywhere. Is that actual spider web? Who's got a flashlight? I do.
Are you seeing actual webs? I didn't see webs, that's why I was confused.
I don't see any spider webs.
Is there webs by the door?
Webs. They're like there's one right there.
No, there's nothing.
I know
There's
there's a shadow that keeps going.
Okay,
past
well,
that
thank
door.
you for letting me know you're here. No, you just let me know your
You
name.
just saw it go by again. There it goes.
The thing is about cobwebs. A lot of investigators will experience a cobweb feeling when there seems to be spirit activity going on. Every time I watch this clip, I gotta laugh at myself a little bit. I felt these cobwebs. I did this funny little dance thing. I don't know what that reaction was, where it came from, or anything. But it was a natural reaction. I was definitely on high alert. But I don't know what that silly dance was. I have to apologize. But at the same time, I sometimes enjoy laughing at myself.
I'm seeing shadow play down the hallway, and I'm also hearing something in the room next to me. Being a sensitive, I can see and hear and feel things that other people can't, unless they're sensitive to this type of thing too.
So I just kind of tell her, go ahead on there. Face your fears. Let's see what might be in there. That's what we do, right? We're investigators. We face our fears and we want to learn.
There's something. Who's in here? Oh God. Is there somebody in here with me?
I just saw a shadow again.
I got something walking up on us too.
That was me, Bruce, sighing. Did
I
you
don't know.
just
It
sigh?
could have just been like a weird shadow from the video camera or something that's back there. So I don't know. Because as you noticed, as I watched back there, the camcorder or the static camera, it has a light that blinks.
Yeah, it's
It sounds like
And it
somebody's
can throw
in
you
here.
off.
Can you tell me your name?
Yeah, that may have been what I saw that time. But the second time, I swear I saw.
You heard that, right?
That.
Did
Yes.
somebody
Did
just say no?
What's that?
Did one of you just say no?
No.
No.
Than what I saw that time. But the second time, I swear I saw.
You heard that, right?
That.
Did
Yes.
somebody
Did
just say no?
What's that?
Did one of you just say no?
No.
No.
I was too busy
Mark
talking.
that.
I didn't hear it.
And I personally hear no. I ask all of them if any of them said it, and they're saying no. But while this is going on, they're also seeing the shadow play that I saw right before that I went into the room. So there's a lot going on, but it's all pretty cool.
But shortly after, just as Amber captures that no EVP, I see another shadow. These shadows that are moving down there, they're so pronounced. I wish one of our cameras would have captured it. I don't know why they wouldn't have captured these shadows. You see them so well.
No. I said, can you tell me your name? And I heard no.
So something just moved again. You saw it too? It was more than just a light blinking.
I gotta get out of
Yep.
here. My head's hurting.
And so once we piece all that together, Amber's head starts to hurt, so she leaves the room, and we decided that we needed to investigate these shadows that we're seeing down the hallway.
There's a lot of chaos going on at this part of the investigation. shadows are being seen at the end of the hall. Amber heard a voice say no. And all this time, people are talking and they're trying to understand what they're feeling. This isn't uncommon during an investigation. Sometimes you get nothing, and then sometimes it just comes at you all at once. Typically, yes, you would want to stay a little more quiet and wait for responses, but when it's coming at you this quick and from all directions, there's not much you can do.
With Amber's head hurting, we decided it was a good time to go on and investigate those shadows that we're seeing down the hallway.
After all the intense activity down in the basement, we sent Tom out in the lobby to do a solo EVP session.
Or did you live here when you didn't have any money and they took you in here?
I just wanted Mark heard some stomach growling.
That was mine.
Could you tell me your name, please? Again, the things I have can't hurt you. They only help me find out more about you. You tell me how many spirits are here? Could you tell me what the lady's name was that I was talking to earlier? She worked in the...
We weren't able to capture any type of findings on the audio, but we did capture this.
Does anyone remember that lady? She's still here now. I wasn't able to get her name. I was very interested.
Come on, guys. And we know that this looks really cool and everything, but in actuality, this is just a bug.
Not anything exciting. It looks really cool on camera, and you really want it to be paranormal. It's a bug.
He knew all the right questions to ask, and he was doing a great job. He just wasn't getting interaction. Sometimes we don't, and most of the time we don't. I guess you could kind of say that we debugged it.
So Sean took the group down into the basement in an area where EVPs had been captured quite a bit, and also there had been reports of knocking sounds.
And if you notice, there's wood shelves behind us, and I noticed this big cooler that had its door partially cracked open, and being a sensitive, it gave me a weird feeling like something was there. It was just really creepy.
That is where I'm at. It is like pitch black in here.
It is super dark in here until Amber turns on her flashlight.
There you go. I'm gonna go to this corner back here to let people in.
Okay, I guess you can get some knocking in this room, some interaction. First, I'd like to start off by introducing myself. My name is Sean, and we have come here and set up all of our equipment because we'd like to try and help tell your story. We'd like to know why you're here, and maybe what it was like when you were alive here. Or maybe you don't even know that you're dead yet. How can we help tell your story?
You can talk to us and we can hear you through these devices in our hands.
I mean, a good start would be just letting us know that you're here. Maybe you can knock on something, or maybe just make a noise any way you know how.
this floor that you can make noise on, they light up.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
I want to say something. It sounded like back here, something was sliding against the floor.
Behind you?
Out here, this way down the hall.
Really?
Yes.
Then Marcus said he heard this noise in the hallway. And we're, one of us, one by one, going to walk out there in the hallway to see what this noise is. And we have on our RT EVP recorders, so everything sounds louder to us so we can hear things in real time.
Come on, Dad. Let's go check it out.
Maybe we should ring the dinner bell.
Oh my God!
Bless me. That was me. I'm sorry, guys. Woo! I scared you. Sorry.
That was funny. You hear him go, ah! And you even catch the That camera catches him walking right out the door. And you see the look on his face. He needed some pigtails and look close to
Look, you have to understand, okay? These headphones that I'm using, they're pretty much like speakers right up to my ear. So when Marcus sneezed, it scared me a little bit.
He's gonna pee. It was during this time that I realized there were actually 3 girls down in the basement.
You want to borrow my lip gloss?
I have my own.
But to be serious here, this sort of thing happens when you're really in tune with your surroundings, and then all of a sudden you're jolted out of it. In this case, it just happened to be a loud sneeze, and it caught Sean off guard. This could have happened to anybody.
And then we continued our investigation as serious investigators.
Oh my God!
Bless me. That was me. I'm sorry, guys. I scared you. Sorry.
Our static camera in the basement captured yet another EVP.
It sounded like somebody in agony. Like somebody hurting. You hear this, ah, really loud. But nobody was down there. We weren't even around. It was just caught by our camera. And maybe it was one of the patients or somebody who had stayed there. But it sounded awful.
The reason why we use the static cameras is so that we can be sure to capture everything we possibly can. We've become very lucky with capturing a lot of findings from our static cameras. The unfortunate thing about it is if it's in a disembodied voice, we don't have a way of knowing that. So if this is disembodied, we can't tell you because we weren't there. There was nobody around. There's no way to explain where this noise came from. All we have is that it came up on the 2 cameras that were facing down the hallway.
I think one of the strangest things about this is, if it were a disembodied sound or voice, you'd think that one of us would have heard it, but nobody did.
Maybe it is a cry in agony. I'm not sure. I can't make anything out. What do you think?
It was really cool being the Fear Face winner. It gave my team an opportunity to go out to the Randolph County Infirmary and do a private investigation.
Our National Fear Face competition winner has been selected, and his name is Eric McGill. You probably haven't heard of his name.
And the hospitality of Adam was just outstanding. He gave us the building from daytime all the way to night, and even said, hey guys, sleep in the building, don't pay for a hotel. And it was awesome. We loved every minute of it. The whole night was active, so thank you guys. We really appreciate this opportunity. Hope to maybe do it again someday.
I want to thank Eric McGill, our team founder, for winning the Fear Face competition. I also want to point out that Eric McGill won the Fear Face competition. That means he showed more fear in a photo. Fear Face. Scaredy cat, Eric. That's right.
It was a very interesting night. We had lots of experiences, some that we'll never forget. We were still hearing stuff when we tried to go to sleep at night, all the way till morning.
So we tried this experiment with saging, where I didn't get saged and cleansed, and Sean and Amber did. As it turns out, I don't really think in my mind that it made much of a difference. Sean and Amber both got what appeared to be interaction, and so did I when I went out. So I really don't think that it changed the way the spirits interacted with us at Randolph County Infirmary.
Nora Custer, thank you so much for coming out and investigating with us. You brought so much into this investigation and really made it so much more special. Marcus Hogg, you were non-stop, all day, all night, ready to work. You were on point with the camera. It was a blast investigating with you. I can't wait to work with you again. Thank you so much for watching yet another adventure with us in our documentary of the Randolph County Infirmary. Please make sure to like our video by giving us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, please. That way you can make sure to watch all of our great findings.
You can comment right below and let us know what you think.
If you think you heard an EVP different than us, or if you saw something that we may have missed, please let us know. We all learn from each other. So if you have an opportunity to investigate at RCI, please be mindful, be prepared, and be safe.
Have I been scared on an investigation before? Sure. Did I jump like a girl? Nah.
Why did you blow it? He had it. You get ejected.
No.
That was the full range of emotion. You were like